Alright, everyone, welcome back to some more Hard West. Let's go to the gambling den, shall we? Hardin led Cassandra to the notorious outlaw gambling den. The venue was set up in a cliffside cave in an ancient Indian pueblo. There were no lights on the outside, but Hardin pointed out two guards concealed against the crumbled walls, next to the narrow entrance with a thick black curtain. Inside, they found a wide repertoire of gambling tables, an assortment of colorful, dangerous-looking characters, and an ample supply of liquor. Well, sit within range of the drunken prospector and eavesdrop. Prospector claimed he owned a map to wreck of an old Spanish treasure ship. Hardin dismissed it as bragging because Cassandra was interested. What does the man future hold? Her initial attempts were inconclusive. Cassandra felt she was already losing her lucky streak. That's fine. She went on. Cassandra saw the man suffer violent death. Thoroughly distressed her, but she obtained no useful information. Continue. As a searing pain pierced her brain, she saw the prospector lying dead in an old shipwreck, surrounded by piles of gold. As the vision faded, she managed to recognize a landmark that pinpointed 3 possible locations for the wreck. She came back to reality and nearly collapsed from exhaustion. Left the premise to try and recover the strength. Moldy shipwreck, derelict shipwreck, and lonesome shipwreck. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's go back to the inn and get some rest. Please. Thank you. We're all better now. Time to go. Upon leaving, Adelinta Cassandra had an unnerving but all too familiar feeling. A powerful premonition made her head ache for days on end. What is it? Her skull blazed with pain as the vision took shape. Cassandra saw a stagecoach loaded with expensive luggage against a gorgeous mountain backdrop. Suddenly, a vulture's cry split the air. She looked up and saw several haggard birds circling overhead. As the premonition faded, she looked around for landmarks. She was positive she could pinpoint the location of the vulture's feast. Crashed stagecoach. Let's head that way. Following Cassandra's directions, the party soon arrived at the location of the stagecoach crash. The putrid smell of decay indicated the accident took place several days ago. A flock of vultures feasted on the well-heeled passengers. One of the birds looked up from its feast, fixing the company with a rheumy glare before slowly flapping skyward. Hardin began rummaging through the pockets of the dead, whistling casually as though he were picking daisies. Cassandra, finding nothing of interest, was begging to regret coming, when she spied a thin leather suitcase sitting in the dust. Opening the case, she discovered a document written in dark blue ink on thick paper, adorned with official stamps and seals. It appeared to be a deed to a silver mine somewhere in the Rockies. Cassandra pocketed it while her companions rummaged through the rest of the spoils. Well, doesn't that sound interesting? So we have some meat and some liquor, healing herbs, Remy Borgen rifle, a judge. Thought we already equipped the judge. On you. We got a Remy Borgen rifle as well. I got 2 of those. Huh. Alright. We also have some cards. Well, we could certainly investigate some shipwrecks. What about the gambling den? We'll go back. High stakes poker table. Group of 4 men were sat at a table, playing poker with a professional-like silence. Cassandra had a feeling they were practicing ahead of the La Fortuna Soiree. Cassandra put on a heavy accent and introduced herself as Lydia Morozov. 4 men were Noyan Tokozoglu, a weapons manufacturer, Dr. Fabian Fay, MD, Sylvester Aleman, a sawmill owner, and Pedro Ramius, an oil broker. Cassandra asked to join, and then said she was welcome. She had something to gamble. 2,000. Sure, I'll offer 2,000. We could offer the deed, but that might come in might be useful later. Yeah, 2,000 cash. Cassandra contribution was accepted with contented murmurs. They dealt her in. Ah. So we can either play as best as we can cheat using our precognition, or we can observe them. If they're going to be at the tournament, we need some tells. We strike up some conversation while accidentally showing off my cards. Cassandra lost what she had bet, but noticed several tells for each of the 4 players. This knowledge could well come in handy during the big game. Indeed it could. We could do a dice game. Standing by the game table, Cassandra felt weight of the dice in her hand. Huh. I mean, roll it? I don't know. Unruly dice cost Cassandra loses 136 pesos. Ah. But I could predict the outcome. Cassandra found it hard to sense the outcome of dice rolls. There were so many changes for each movement of the hand. She got something out of it. She won 298. Interesting. Return to the lobby. If need be, you can sit and just if you can't come up with enough money, you just pound through it. Fair enough. Let's make sure we're ready to go before we go check out these wrecks. Okay. Derelict shipwreck. On the sharp rocks of the bay sat the decomposing wreck of a caravel, almost entirely disintegrated. You could barely make out the name of the side of the ship. Louis... a lot. 87? Cassandra doubted it would yield much. Search it anyways. As he descended into the wreck, Hardin stepped on a sea urchin, had to be helped limping onto shore. Closer inspection of the wreckage yielded an ivory comb and some golden teeth, worth 100 pesos or so. Hardin suggested there might be more valuables at the bottom of the bay, but obtaining that would mean contending with more dangerous sea fauna. Well, Felicia, go for it. Sandra's companion disappeared beneath the sparkling water. After a number of reconnaissance dives, the swimmer submerged for close to a minute before erupting on the surface holding a small ornate chest. Inside, Cassandra found a collection of ivory pieces worth at least 1,000 pesos to the collector. Very good. I figured sending the Native American would be the best option. On the side of the shallows, the shipwreck looked like a beached whale. When Cassandra's team headed inside, they found it filled with the dead bodies of its crew and passengers. The air was heavy with the stench of dead. Cassandra knew the dangers decomposing bodies presented. Search the cargo hold anyway. Cargo hold was filled with dark, scintillating rocks. Felicia became agitated, saying it was pitch blende, the nausea-inducing, vitality-draining, the natives called curse rock. She ran out, shouting for the others to do the same. Hardin shouted after Felicia that she was a superstitious coward. She shouted back that Hardin was an overbold fool. Ignore them. We need money. Searching the dead was slow and taxing. Cassandra managed to find the captain's personal luggage, along with some ancient photographs. Cassandra found a broken watch and engraved with the name Franco Morales. Might be worth 100 pesos to a collector. She had resolved to look for more, but suddenly felt faint. After a brief moment of confusion, she fell to the ground unconscious. Fun. Cassandra awoke several hours later, nauseated and weak. Unable to travel, the company was forced to camp on the beach that day. Too bad. Ancient wreck of a Spanish galleon. Sat in a small cove and looked harmless enough. The name on the bow read Amaya Calvo. Air smelled of dried seaweed and mold. Cassandra motioned to her companions to follow her inside. Descending the cargo hold, the team found crates filled with valuables and expensive materials. Much of the treasure had decayed with time. However, a good portion of the silver and gold objects could be salvaged with a significant amount of work. Cassandra decided they needed the money. As the salvage continued, Hardin became wary. He told Cassandra that the longer they stayed here, the better chance someone would arrive, perhaps to lay in wait and attack them once they retrieved all the treasure. He suggested retreating with what they had now rather than hope they could get away with everything. No, we need all the money. If someone wants to ambush us, we'll kill them. As we should have killed the creepy old guy. Dismiss Hardin's doubt, insisting they retrieve the treasure in its entirety. The attack came at dawn. Cassandra and her companions fought valiantly, but the bandits still managed to injure some of the party. Felicia Alambre was hit in the arm. The wound bled prodigiously, where still shots could be heard for miles. Cassandra cursed at the thought the authorities might become alarmed. Despite the injury, however, the team recovered all the loot on the ship. It totaled several thousand pesos. 18,000 pesos. We're hurt. We are. We got curse rock sickness, inebriation, numb leg, a missing forefinger. Wow. Paco and Felicia are... Well, Felicia's not fine. Felicia's got a gunshot wound. Paco's fine, though. Paco's happy. He's having a good life. Alright. All that's left is the Mexican army fort. We could always go to the hospital, but toughing it out has always worked out for the best. So, the team arrived at the Mexican army stronghold in the Western Territory. The terrain was challenging, and progress had been slow. They were grateful for the respite. Hardin offered to buddy up to the grunts. He said he'd see what they knew and maybe win some of their money. Well, we can just play some dice if we need to, I suppose. I prefer if you come with me, Hardin. Commander Alberto J. Barbola Baroeco greeted the pair with gusto. Hardin took care to carry himself with unusual dignity, and the commander addressed most of his words to him, which is why we brought him along. Baroeco excused the humble surroundings, explaining the Mexican military only had a minor presence in the region. This area was effectively governed by industrialists such as Mr. Ricardo La Fortuna. Hardin asked how it was possible for the military to condone private sea blockades. The military man hesitated, but went on to explain that Mr. La Fortuna was a benefactor of the United Mexican States. Thus, the government afforded him many liberties. He said that what Hardin was referring to was not actually a blockade, but rather a training exercise for his merchant fleet, staged due to the rise of piracy in the Caribbean. Cassandra stood up, and the commander's surprise began pacing broodingly around the room. The commander asked Cassandra what was wrong. She replied by angrily asking whether he always divulged critical information to random travelers. As the commander struggled to collect his thoughts, Cassandra produced a piece of paper and shook it in the commander's face, yelling that High Command had been right. They had sent her, their top-secret operative, to perform a stealth inspection of his backwater garrison, but she'd seen enough already. She demanded Borrico bring her his reports for the past 6 months. The commander ran out hastily. Cassandra rushed to search the commander's desk, while Hardin rifled through his files. Cassandra picked the locks on the drawers and found a military requisition form. Hardin said he found some evidence of Cassandra's exploits, but that they had yet to connect any names to them. He took the incriminating files with him. When the commander returned, Hardin and Cassandra were waiting just as he had left them. He said the reports would take time to gather and tried to explain himself. Cassandra said she would be back to check up on him, but he would be punished for his carelessness. With a final glare, she and Hardin made their exit. Well done. Well, I don't see much of anything left. We have 19,000. Go to the hospital real quick. Anything there? Cassandra and her ragged crew returned to the hospital. Mother Superior greeted them with a nod. Mother Superior apologized for the high prices for medical services. She explained that obtaining medical supplies in this area was quite difficult, as everything had to be imported from the United States. We'll leave. It's not that big of a deal. Adelante. The general store. It doesn't have a whole lot. We need to sell our rifle. We can also sell, maybe not our liquor, mandrake roots, and there's not much gold here to be had. You know, we'll sell the rifle, but I don't think there's anything else here that really needs to be sold. Looking at it. Yeah. Alright. 40 more cash. That's it. Gambling den. Well, dice it is. Roll the dice and cheat. Get some pesos. Then we can leave. We need 25,000. That's crazy. Give me a room. And then headlines. Sounds lost much with minor. Alright. Kind of annoying. There's nothing left with the gambling den. So we just have to roll dice until we get cash, I guess. Fine. 115, 117. Lost 85. 151. 161. Lose 125. 116. Lost 114. Ouch. 143. Lost 101. 185. 110. 76. 199. 119. 172. 146. 90. 129. 111. 130. 106. We're just losing money like mad. It really is like this 50-50. Can we please win more? There we go. Have a little bit of a lucky streak. Huh. We're winning a lot. We're gonna start losing again, huh? Predict the outcome, walk away. Predict the outcome and walk away. This is gonna take forever. Like, that's all there is to it. Like, this is just gonna take forever. Ay, ay, ay. Nothing left to do. I mean, we took as much money as we could. Except for a couple key things. We could sell. But I don't know how much we need. We could sell ginseng. All of it. We could sell the meat, I guess. The healing herbs. Keep the healing elixir. Sell the mandrake roots. Sell the... keep the liquor for the game. We might need it. Opium. Sell the other healing herb. Because we have healing elixir. Thought I gave you cash. Apparently I did not give you cash. Dang it. Yeah, revert. It's not a lot of money. It's really frustrating. It's not... Oh, dang it. Not the hospital. Leave the hospital. We're going back to Adelante. General store. We're going to sell everything. Except for the liquor. Because it might be important. Alright. Oh, wait. Opium. Forgot the opium. There. 100 pesos. That's all that any of that was worth. That's so bad. Well, roll it. I mean, we can just cheat forever and eventually win. Ay, ay, ay. Win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. Come on now. There we go. There we go. That's a win streak. Yay. No. No. Yay. No. Yay. Yay. Oh my goodness. We're at 23,000. We're getting there. Please stop losing. There we go. We're getting there. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, we're going to have to end the episode here. So, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. Best thing you can do for the channel is share the video on Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit. Thank you to Amfit and Siaman for being Patreon supporters. We're losing a lot. Come on. I need some pesos. I need some pesos. Please. 24,000. We're getting there. I want to get up to like 26, 27,000 so that we have a little bit of spending money in case we need it. Come on now. Really? 25,000. We got there. We'll go ahead and get up to 26, 27, and that'll be it. Come on now, please. We're just, like, fluctuating. Here we go. We're on a roll again. Come on. It's like it goes in this very specific pattern, actually. Looking at the numbers, I feel like it goes to a very specific pattern. But it's quite possible I'm just recognizing a pattern in random chance. Obviously, we're winning more than we're losing. 26,000. We're, like, right at it. There we go. Come on now. 27,000. That's the money. 27,000. Please stop losing. Holy crap. Oh, are we gonna get there? Come on. Watch that number change. 7, 8. 27,000. Get out of here.
Now that Cassandra had the necessary 25,000 pesos, she was ready to conquer La Fortuna's grand tournament.
And conquer we shall next time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. We got some cash. Thanks for watching. DFTBA.